Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in that slow, calm, relaxing breath. Feel the relaxation, but also feel the absence of relaxation. Notice that tension, and as you breathe out, give permission to yourself to release that tension. Feel it leave your body in that outward breath, feeling a wonderful feeling of relief and release. The deeper you breathe out, the more capacity there is in your lungs to take an even deeper breath in. So breathe in deeply, feeling a wonderful feeling of resourcefulness. As you feel more resourceful, you can position your body in a way that makes you feel even more comfortable. I want you to get a sense that there is a Pareto principle of tension. 80% of the tension in your body is in 20% of the muscle tissue and tendons. So as you breathe in and breathe out, scan your body to figure out where tension is kept in your body. Perhaps in tiny muscles in the face, maybe the neck or the shoulders. Maybe you can scan your body and notice there is a muscle that is tense or flexed that doesn't need to be. Maybe a tiny muscle there in your feet or your hands. Maybe your jaw. Maybe the tiny muscles in the back of your head. As you breathe in and breathe out, just release them, because they're not needed here and now. And as that tension gets released, I want you to get a sense of what it feels like for a wild, capable animal to be tamed. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a wild horse. I want you to imagine this wild horse gets captured. It is strong, capable, intelligent. And I want you to get a sense that in order for humans to control this capable animal, they have to put things on it. Muzzles, harnesses, saddles. And I want you to see the process of a horse being broken. Positively reinforce when it did what the humans wanted it to do. Perhaps even punished whenever it didn't. And I want you to see a war of attrition until eventually the horse figures out it's easier just to go along with what's easiest. No longer wants that ongoing punishment, so just complies. And as you see the process of this wild, capable horse being tamed, I want you to think back to moments in your childhood. See a smart, capable boy through words, facial expressions, and tonality being taught to be a good boy. And maybe as you look at yourself as a child through those years of experience you now have, you can see things with more clarity than perhaps existed at the time. You can see an intelligent child that wanted to feel good and felt good when he got that approval when he was told he did the right thing, he got the right results. But also jump forward to those moments where, as a small child, you could see yourself falling short, disappointing. And I want you to see how the words changed, the look of disappointment, subtle facial expressions, perhaps teaching you emotional intelligence, but also a psychological game of hotter or colder, rewarding you when you were doing the good things, and perhaps just withholding certain things when you didn't meet what was expected of you. And if you can see a capable child unconsciously being tamed, tethered, filtered or harnessed in some way, let me know by nodding your head. So I want you to imagine going to a time in your childhood where you would have been alone, perhaps playing by yourself in a garden or in a bedroom, and meet that younger version of you telling them that you are them from the future. And of course, they're going to be skeptical, but you can share something that only they would know, a secret from your childhood, an experience that only you would know, to prove to them that you are them from the future. And when they believe that you are them from the future, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to tell them a story of all the good things that come from being a good boy. You get approval, career success. It's stable, predictable. You don't fall out with many people. Relatively easy to make friends. But I also want you to share the full picture. Share with them the costs of being good and nice at all costs. The dangers of always needing permission, always following the rules, always worrying too much about what other people may think or do. I want you to hear the words leave your mouth as you tell them that's not your nature. Maybe tell them an anecdote of a time as a pilot where you had to break the rules because it was the right thing to do. And tell them that life is like that. Rules are good to follow most of the time, but to be effective, to be a leader, to be who they truly are, they need to know when to break those rules. When it isn't an advantage to be nice, submissive, or soft. I want you to see through their facial expression, a penny is dropping, a light bulb is switching on, and switch perspectives just for a moment or two to feel that realization and make a decision all the way back then. It's nice to be nice, but it's better to be effective. It's good to be good, but it's amazing to be excellent. And as you come to that conclusion, let me know by nodding your head. Detach from that version of you and feel like you're floating up, hovering over your life from that point as a child all the way to your present. And you can have the ability to associate into any memory with a new framework. You have the capability and capacity to be nice and kind and good, but also to be ruthlessly effective, to speak your mind when it needs to be spoken, to be free, to ruffle feathers every now and then, because maybe those feathers need ruffling. Hover up and see your life at different times, sometimes objectively, sometimes like you're reliving a moment. And in doing so, you are updating your mind. I want you to feel what it would feel like to take off a muzzle, an invisible, unconscious muzzle that's been over your mouth, suppressing who you really are and what you can really say and do for most of your life. And as you untether that muzzle, you can embrace your power to make decisions without seeking external approval. Release the need for permission. Grant it to yourself confidently. You can choose to be submissive, but let go of any feeling to need to be submissive, embracing your inner strength. Feel that it is your nature to have mental fortitude. Unsuppress that part within you, allowing some of those dominant qualities to shine, giving you permission to step away from excessive politeness, as confident, charismatic assertiveness is your new approach. Know when to speak your truth boldly, without fear of judgment or repercussions. And give yourself the freedom to act decisively and effectively. And maybe you start with your personal life, your free time, or those areas in your job and your workplace, to embrace your natural inclinations towards leadership and results, to trust in your ability to achieve outcomes without external validation, to let your actions reflect your true, unfiltered, untethered self. Feel that you are breaking free from restrictions that silence your authentic voice, as you transform politeness into a balanced, assertive communication style. You can discover the energy and clarity that comes from being genuine and authentic. Permit yourself to take bold steps without hesitation and replace any feelings of weakness with resilience and determination. Feel that you're ready to let the world see the powerful, capable person you always have been, but most people have never seen before. Refuse to suppress your desires and ambitions any longer. You are taking off the limitations, unsuppressing, untethering, unfiltering who you truly are, and recognize your worth. And imagine the environments and situations where you can demand the respect you deserve. See yourself in your future with subtle differences, your tonality, facial expressions, body posture and movement. No longer pretending to be the good boy, and instead being the true, effective, dominant, capable person you've always been. Unleash the full potential of your personality, unencumbered by old identities. You don't wear the same clothes you used to wear as a child, so refuse to wear the same muzzle. Shake off that old part of your personality and identity and allow yourself to update who you are based on who you really are all along. Envision a future where you celebrate the freedom, the liberation of embracing your true, capable, dominant self. And if you can see a present and a future without the need to be overtly polite, to hold back from what needs to be said or done, let me know by nodding your head. And then step into that future self feeling that this isn't a possibility, it is your new reality. Feel your mind updating. And you don't need to decide what to do differently. You just need to decide what you're not willing to do any longer. And it becomes easy to stop doing tiring, energetic things that just impede the quality of your life. There is nothing for you to do. There are just certain things you don't need to do any longer. If your unconscious mind is ready to make these changes, if you're willing to give yourself permission to make this change, let me know by nodding your head. Feel the changes, updating and integrating, and then feel like you can return to the present moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully with the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken with the muzzle and the saddles of your past being left way behind. You will awaken free of the limitations of your past. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.